What's going on, YouTube? R to the double E dash to the ZON coming at you once again. Been a long time, man. I think the last time I did a video, I don't even know, man. I think it might have been the PlayStation 5 review or a showcase or whatever, or it might have been a video on Switch versus Wii U or something like that. In any event, man, we just had July 23rd, a couple days back. We just had Xbox do their Xbox Game Showcase 2020 for Series X, where they showed off a lot of their first-party stuff. And I didn't make a video on it initially because I was on vacation while this happened. So I watched it from beautiful Fort Myers Beach, Florida, on the deck of the beach house, having a black and mountain, a couple drinks, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but as far as the event itself, I thought the event was phenomenal, man. I knew right away, as soon as the event finished, I knew I was going to get on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, any kind of social media platform and see, you know, just people trolling and hating. Because I've come to understand something, bro. And I understood it back in the day when it was Nintendo, when my thing was Nintendo versus Sony. And now it's happening again now, and it's been happening, but I'm just seeing it now happen with Xbox versus Sony. It's come to the point where if it doesn't have a PS on it, these haters ain't gonna like it. No matter how good it is, no matter how fucking awesome it is, if it's not PlayStation doing it, they're gonna hate on it. And that's exactly what happened with the show. I mean, I didn't write them all down, but I got a list of the games, you know, games that stuck out to me that they showed in this show. And man, I gotta say, bro, I was blown away. This is what I wanted to see from Microsoft. This is what everybody wanted to see from Microsoft. So it's so funny how now everybody's hating and saying that they failed and they lost and this and that, when really there was nothing. There was nothing but what you wanted to see. All their first party stuff, big games, big announcements. Gameplay of Halo Infinite, which was the #1 thing everybody wanted. It looks fucking phenomenal. And just a bunch of stuff, man. Anyways, we're going to go through all this right now. I'm just going to list off a couple games, get my quick impressions on what I saw from them. First and foremost, of course, Halo Infinite. I just laughed my ass stupid. Not only because I don't have to be in the game developer business, and I don't even have to be a developer myself. I just have to have fucking eyes that function to see that game looks fucking spectacular. That game looks so fucking clear, so goddamn beautiful. So to see them all saying, "Oh, this looks like a 360 game. This looks like just an Xbox One game," blah 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 blah, and I'm sitting there like, okay, here comes the haters. Here comes the haters because Halo Infinite looks fucking beautiful. The gameplay was fucking phenomenal. It gave you old vibes of like old Halo 1, 2, and 3 around there. Bro, the scope of the world was awesome. Evidently, like right off the bat, they showed you that this is more of an open world type of experience compared to more linear, old school Halo experiences. So that was amazing. Just like the level of graphical detail, like when he's going up on the lift and you just see the whole landscape, the vista, no pop-up, everything is just right there, rendered beautifully. The game was moving fluid, speed, silky smooth. I believe this was at 4K, 60 frames per second. A lot of the stuff they showed which is because that's what Series X is going to be basically standard at. Man, it looked amazing. Blew my fucking mind. As soon as I saw that trailer, I was like, and that's the way they're starting and the gameplay and all that, I was like, okay, it's going to be a good event. Then I'm not going in any order. I'm just like, this is the way I wrote them down. Then I know they finished with this. Fucking Fable, dude. Everybody's been wanting a new Fable. It's been so long since Fable 3 or whatever it was, the last Fable. And everybody's been wanting it to come back. And bro, and I think it ends up being Playground Games. Of course, it was just a teaser trailer, no gameplay. This game is obviously not coming anytime soon, but it is in development. And the trailer they showed just piqued your fancy right away. It looked beautiful, crisp, clean, that fantastical type of vibe that Fable tends to give off. Oh man, to know that that's coming, there's their big time, I want to say RPG-ish type game. There's their big one right there already announced before the consoles even dropped. Oh, then they also had, bro, the one that made it for me, bro. When I saw this, of course, this was just another teaser trailer. There was no gameplay for this, so we know this is not coming soon. But man, and again, there was release dates for a lot of this stuff, but I'm not going through that. I don't remember. I just know Halo's launching, and it's holiday 2020 and whatnot. But bro, this one was the one that got it for me. State of Decay 3. Oh my fucking god, dude! I'm. That's it. That's all I needed. All I needed was Halo Infinite to look great and play great, and there to be a State of Decay announcement. And I didn't really think I was gonna get my State of Decay announcement. So when I saw it, and I called it too. As soon as I saw how it was turning out and just the whole vibe of the trailer, I was like, this is State of Decay. And then boom, State of Decay 3. It looks like now the animals can get infected. Man, you had a fucking this badass wolf being eaten alive, just shredded by a fucking deer, but the deer was possessed. It had that fucking infection, had the virus. Oh my god, dude! Right there, I was already good to go. And we had more information on Hellblade 2: Senua's Sacrifice, which I believe is going to be a Microsoft Xbox exclusive. The game looked beautiful before. They didn't have anything new to show. They just talked about how it's optimized for Series X and whatever. Whatever else they were saying. So that's there. That's good. Avowed, I think it's from Obsidian. Avowed looks like a fucking Skyrim on steroids with just massive, just beautifully crisp graphics, man. The little teaser that they showed shows that Obsidian's working on like 3 or 4 games, and this looks like it's gonna be the big flagship one. So Avowed looked really cool, the Skyrim type of thing. Who the fuck doesn't like Skyrim? Then they showed off what Forza Motorsport, the next one, is gonna look like in engine. And I gotta be honest, I'm being dead serious, not just because I prefer Xbox over PlayStation, but because I like them both, but I prefer Xbox more. And I'm not even into the racing genre, but just visually, Forza looks fucking night and day better than what they showed you for Gran Turismo on the PlayStation event. Forza just looks fucking crazy. So there's that. And they had also Crossfire X. Looked like a very, very interesting. It looked like I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was a first-person shooter. Because there was a couple different trailers in here that looked kind of similar. I don't know if this one was the one where it's a first-person shooter, but it also had like a Red Steel kind of vibe, because the guy had like a sword also in his hand. But nonetheless, from what I remember, Crossfire X was one of those games that stood out to me. That's why I wrote it down. Beautiful looking graphics. I believe they didn't show multiplayer. They will show multiplayer at a later event. Just like Halo Infinite was strictly one-player, single-player campaign of gameplay. They did say that they're going to launch live. That game's going to launch live with multiplayer, and they're going to show multiplayer later on, probably next month or whatever. But yeah, Crossfire X looked great. Then they had Warhammer 40,000 Dark Tide. That one looked interesting. I'm not a big Warhammer fan, but it looked interesting, so I wrote it down, something that I might look into. Then you had Phantasy Star Online 2 Genesis. A Phantasy Star Online apparently completely redone and made for the Xbox Series X. It gave me some Xenoblade Chronicles vibes, but it looked great, and it reminded you of back when you used to play the Dreamcast. One of the big games everybody was playing was PSO, Phantasy Star Online. So to have a brand new one revamped with Xbox Live powering it and that online infrastructure is going to be fucking phenomenal. Then you have the Medium. They showed us more on the Medium. The Medium was one of those games from the original Xbox event over a month ago that I was like, this looks really interesting, but they didn't show us much. Well, here they showed us some crazy gameplay. The way the 2 worlds are happening at once, dynamic, and you can go between each world. Kind of like what PlayStation was doing at Ratchet & Clank, a Rift Apart. Kind of that same dynamic, but just eerie, more darker, a bigger scale. It looks like, man, the Medium looks fucking intense. I'm